Hi there, welcome. This is Book of Mormon Reader, and I have been looking forward to sharing what I'm about to with you for quite some time. I was very inspired by Backyard Professor's complete treatment of 1st Nephi 1, and I wanted to get my own parents here so that I could share with you my parents. But even they are not here, but I'm filming from their home, and that's why things look a little bit different. But here's what I wanted to share. When you read the Book of Mormon, if you are a Latter-day Saint, if you're not a Latter-day Saint, usually people start from the beginning. And I realized after watching a lot of the commentary that Backyard Professor gave, that without even finishing the entire first verse of 1st Nephi chapter 1, that the Lord's entire plan of salvation is laid out in that first portion of the first sentence. And let me share with you what that says. I, Nephi, having been born of goodly parents. That's not even the full sentence, but that's the part that I'm going to focus on right now. I, Nephi, having been born of goodly parents. When you consider what is happening in the world today, how amazing, how wondrous, how incredible that simple statement is when you think about it. Let me give you another little perspective. What if the other brothers had written this? The good guys and the bad guys. What if the bad guys, Laman or Lemuel, had written this? What if their record had been preserved? They might say something like, I, Laman, having been born of wacky parents. But that's not what we have. That's not what the Lord has preserved for us, for our nourishment this day. What we have is the righteous son, Nephi. And he says, I, Nephi, having been born of goodly parents. I was in California Adventure a few weeks ago in the line for the Midway Mania ride. It was so cool. And there was a little baby girl in line next to us, and her father was holding her, and she was just precious. I mean, just so precious. And I was so thankful that she had a father to care for her, to love her, to be tender with her, and how we are entitled as children of God to have an earthly mother and an earthly father, and how exciting that is, that we have been given guidance from even modern day prophets, how important it is to have a father and a mother. And of course there are circumstances that warrant other kinds of things, but let me just show you what that has meant for me. My mother, I talked about her a little bit. This was when she was in high school. Wasn't she a beauty? And my dad. And she couldn't have been more different, but they made covenants to get married and be obedient to those covenants and have a family and multiply and replenish the earth. And my parents' parents did the same thing. And let me show you a little picture of them. This is my mother's parents. They're still living, my grandma and my grandpa. And they have an amazing family that's, I can't even get us all in a single picture. But this is my mom and dad. And they are by no means perfectly compatible. Anybody who knows them knows that they certainly have walked the walk and talked the talk about really enduring to the end and keeping their covenants. But from my parents, I cannot imagine what life would have been like without a loving mother and a loving father. And I just found a few little things here. This is from years ago. And this was when I graduated from college. How young my dad looks there. I graduated from Cal Poly, Pomona. But how special that was that I could have a father who participated in that. And then I have, you know, brothers and sisters. There are 6 of us all together. And our most recent family photo, I'm going to share that with you. Mamma mia, that's all of us, almost. My sister-in-law was pregnant, so there's another baby who is not in this picture, who just turned 1. So that's about how old this picture is. It is a little over a year old, I think. But my mom and dad are there in the center, and then I have an older sister, red hair, older brother, red hair, then there's me, then there's another younger brother, red hair, and then another younger brother, blonde hair, and then the youngest of us all, right here, and there's me, and my children are in here also. But this wouldn't be possible if I didn't have a mom and a dad. And so the whole thing about having been born of goodly parents, I enjoy that blessing, and I wanted to just share that with you, how I am a living testimony that that sort of plan of happiness that the Lord has set for us. I just, honestly, I just can't imagine what life would be like without family. My sister made this for my mom and dad, and every month there's, you know, there's different stuff from our family. The funnest times we get together, just lots of family time together. We jump on a trampoline, we laugh, we dance. All of us, we go to church together. And I mean, are we perfect? Of course not. Of course not. But we love each other, and we go through our struggles together, and we're blessings for each other. This is my nephew and his wife. They just got married not too long ago. My nieces, and our families just continue to grow. And I think this is just one family of many, many who could tell us very similar story. This is my little family. And anyway, I just wanted to share how profound it was to me when I started really, really going back slowly again, this time really, really focusing on the scriptures and just starting right there at the very beginning. I put in your name, having been born of goodly parents. What a blessing that is. The whole entire plan of salvation is in that half of a sentence. And so that was the message that I wanted to share today. How profoundly grateful I am that we've been given that sort of blessing, that we can come on earth. And you think about all the organizations that there are, that there have been, that there ever will be, and it's the family unit is the one that it will continue. Organizations, man-made organizations may come and they may go, but the family unit is the one that can be eternal. So I wanted to share that with you today. Thank you for spending your time with me. It means a lot to me. And my prayer, my wish for you is that you can also have the gift of family, that you can be the goodly parents for your children if you don't have kids yet, and that you can just understand how precious you are in the family of God as a special child of His. So thanks for sharing this time with me. I'm Book of Mormon Reader.